This is going to be a quick review of the Lodge Blacklock 10-inch cast iron skillet. It's called the model number 96, as you could see right there. So basically, Lodge makes a bunch of cast iron skillets, and then a few years ago, they released this line. It's called the Blacklock, as you can see. It was named after their first foundry, which was founded, I think, in 1896 or something like that. And it burnt down, and they re-released this set of high-end, lightweight cast iron skillets named after that foundry. This is the 10-inch version. It's also sold in an 8-inch, a 12-inch, a bunch of them. Lodge is known for their high-quality cast iron, but they haven't gotten into sort of the boutique cast iron game, really. I've seen a lot of different companies come about competing with Lodge, and Lodge has their standard cast iron skillet would be about $25, $20, something like that, maybe $18, around there. It's been unchanged for a very long time. But a bunch of companies have come out with boutique cast iron skillets, and they're lighter, or they're machined, or have a smoother surface, or what have you. And they've gotten very expensive. Instead of Lodge's $18, these companies are charging maybe $200, $250. And I'm talking about the Field companies and the Butter Pats of the world, stuff like that. So Lodge has finally answered back with the Blacklock line. I wanted to talk about it a little bit because I've been using it for a few months now, and it's been pretty interesting. So it's a 10-inch skillet, has that classic Lodge surface. They didn't change that. It's still that rough texture. It hasn't been machined or smoothed out the way a lot of the companies have done. You do move over to a much lighter design. This 10-inch skillet weighs 4.1 pounds. For reference, I have another cast iron 10-inch skillet from Lodge, and that one weighs over 6 pounds. So this one's a good deal lighter, really noticeably lighter. Like when you pick it up, every time I'm a little bit surprised. You still have the pouring spouts. They are pretty modest, but they are there. Open handle, it says Blacklock there. Again, very lightweight, very thin, and that's more expensive to produce, which has a higher failure rate with the molds, and the molds have to be more delicate, obviously more precise. You see over here, you see more embellishments, USA 1896. Whoa, it's a little heavy. Open handle, quite nice, very lightweight design. Open there too with the hook for hanging. And this design transfers less heat than the standard design because there's less metal to transfer the heat. Again, there's that texture. It's pretty rough for a high-end cast iron pan. But again, this isn't a $200 or $300 cast iron pan. It is or cast iron skillet. It's a $60 one. So not cheap by any means, and 3 times the price of Lodge, but they didn't move over to that smoother type. And some people like it, some people don't. It does come from the factory with Lodge's triple seasoning, which is a higher end seasoning than their standard models. On the bottom, you see some nice embellishment there. Blacklock, 1896. There's the logo. Looks like a lock. Then it says South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, 96. That's the model. All the models in the Blacklock line are named after important years in Lodge's history. I'm not sure what happens in 1896, but they explain it in the instruction manual. And then it says the original Lodge foundry. That's Blacklock. You have the old school line here for your stove. And I think that's it from the feature standpoint. Like I said, I've been using this for a couple months now, so it has a nice seasoning. It's held up well. Performance is not really too much different when you're cooking than a standard Lodge pan. The stickiness or the seasoning buildup or the non-stickiness, whatever you want to call it, that non-stick coating is as good or as bad as a standard Lodge, and it's as good as your seasoning buildup is. So I've gotten this one to be really nice. Have no problem with fried eggs or scrambled eggs, really no sticking. I have some with scrambled eggs, but not with fried eggs. So it's really held up well. It's not a non-stick pan. It will never be a non-stick pan, but the seasoning has done really well. I generally prefer a smoother surface, and for that, you either have to sand this down, which is generally not something I'd recommend for most users at home, or you have to go with a higher end model. But I was certainly not really going to spend $200 on a cast iron pan without some really serious consideration. And Lodge has always been a high quality company. I've always liked their products, so I picked this one up. I've been quite happy with it. For me, though, out of all the changes and features I talked about, really the only difference that I've noticed is that it's a lot lighter. That just makes it easier to use, easier to clean, easier to put away. If you're sensitive to the weight of these things, which is hard not to be when you're getting to that 6-7 pound range, it's nice to move over to the Blacklock and have something that much more portable. If you're using it for camping or something where weight is an issue, then obviously now it's making, 2 pounds can make a giant difference. But just for day-to-day use, you definitely notice it, and it's more pleasant to clean up and move around. Do you want to spend a lot of extra money to save weight? That's really comes down to personal preference, but given that these things last essentially forever, moving to a slightly lighter version with some nice features like that nice handle, the dual pouring spots, again, less heat transfer when you're using it, and things like that, for me, is worth it. I've been really happy with it, but I definitely waited for Lodge to put these on sale, which they do pretty much all the time. Lodge has been quite good if you buy direct, which made sense for me, has been quite good about putting these on sale. So I think that pretty much covers it. That's the Lodge 10-inch Blacklock. Been really happy with this cast iron pan, despite being hesitant about this sort of more expensive boutique pans, and this being one of the first times I've actually made a jump into that. I've kind of resisted the urge to spend a lot of money on the cast iron when I've been so happy with my standard ones. So that is the 10-inch Blacklock.